Hey there everyone, welcome to Arsenal Fan TV, and this is my review of our victory this afternoon away from home at Villa Park against Aston Villa. And I guess you could say it was a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde performance, especially in that second half. Arsenal not performing to the standards that we did in the first half, but given that this game was on the back of that fantastic 3-0 win against Olympiacos, that can definitely be excused. All round a 2-0 win away from home against this poor Aston Villa side is a very good result for me, especially heading into that game against Manchester City. If we're able to get a win against City, that'd be amazing. If we're able to go into the new year possibly on top of the league, depending on how Leicester continue to do over this festive period, I mean, it really would be a great achievement for Arsenal. And considering we're doing all this with all these players injured, I mean, in the space of a week, we've gone into the last 16 of the Champions League. We're on top of the league for at least 24 hours until Leicester play Chelsea. So it's definitely been a good week for an Arsenal fan. With City on the horizon, that's a game that I'm very much looking forward to. And like I must just reiterate to do, so with all our injured players, really is a great achievement for us. I mean, I don't know how many other clubs around the league would be able to do this without Cazorla, Coquelin, etc. All their key players associated with their respective clubs out of the team. So definitely is an exciting time to be an Arsenal fan. And with Sanchez coming back imminently, I mean, it really does look good for Arsenal. We started this game with pretty much an identical lineup to the one that played against Olympiacos, no changes whatsoever, and it was exciting to see that front three perform of Olivier, Giroud, Joel Campbell and Theo Walcott. It's going to be interesting how that is adapted when Alexis Sanchez comes back into the side. The obvious decision would be to drop Joel Campbell, but that decision has been made a little less more obvious, given that Campbell's actually been playing really well as of late. I mean, he didn't have the same impact that he has on the past couple of games today, but maybe that's due to tiredness. Still, for he put in a really good shift, and I don't think he's deserved a reason to be dropped yet. So maybe we could look to put Walcott in that centre forward position, reintroduce Alexis Sanchez on the left wing with Joel Campbell on the opposing wing. But we've got some really good attacking options now. We've got two really good strikers in Olivier, Giroud and Theo Walcott. Some really good wingers, Campbell, Sanchez. I mean, even Kieran Gibbs is providing to be a winger for us nowadays. And we've got Oxlade-Chamberlain to come off the bench. So all these good attacking options that can influence our game when needed to. And it just shows how healthy our squad is when everyone is on song and when everyone is fit and in the squad. We got our first goal in this game very early on in the 7th minute, I believe, for a penalty. Clear penalty. I think there's no disputing this one. It was a great ball through from Flamini, I think it was. I may be wrong on that, but I think it was Flamini playing in Theo Walcott. Great bursting run from Walcott, getting in behind Alan Hutton, using his strength to his advantage. And given that Hutton's a big bloke, I think Walcott did really well in this situation. A couple of seasons ago, possibly before his injury, I don't think Walcott would have done too well in that scenario, but he did really well to tussle off Alan Hutton and keep the ball. And Hutton simply gets his arms around his front, pulls him to the floor. Clear penalty in my eyes and definitely in the referee's eyes. It was hesitated on for a little bit, but he gives the penalty inevitably. Giroud, again, another penalty, 2-2 now. Fantastic penalty by him. And yeah, he is really good at taking a penalty. For me, he should be that player that's consistently taking them, along with Cazorla as well. Both really good penalty takers, but Giroud, for me, his penalties really do seem to have that cutting edge about them. So it was good to see him get another goal and Arsenal to take the lead early on in this game. Really just settle it down from there. There was little to no threat from Aston Villa. They had quite a lot of shots on target, on goal in this game, but only 2 on target, should I say, just to correct myself there. They were very disappointing going forward. I don't think they showed any real threat at all until we allowed them to have some more game time in that second half. We allowed them more time on the ball and made it a bit more difficult for ourselves than it should have been. But thankfully, we did get that second goal, which was all the importance in this game, considering that in our past couple of away fixtures against West Bromwich Albion and Norwich City, we have scored the first goal and gone on to not get the full 3 points. So it was vital that we got the second goal in this game. Wonderful attacking move. Walcott involved in the move again. A lovely through ball played into Mesut Ozil. Ozil getting the assist. I sometimes think he enjoys getting the assist more than he does scoring the goal. Maybe that's due to a lack of confidence in front of goal, but nonetheless a great ball into Aaron Ramsey, who's clean through, put it in the back of the net. And it was great to see Arsenal get a 2-0 lead going into the half. I mean, we could have had 3. I mean, we were down on top of the game at that point. But going into the second half, I mean, it was a complete contrasting performance, a real black and white kind of game, as it were. Arsenal didn't really play as well. I think we really did take our foot off the gas that little bit. We took our attacking influences off in Mesut Ozil. We took our 2 wingers off in Campbell and Theo Walcott, possibly with one eye on that game against Manchester City. Brought on Chamberlain. I thought it was a good opportunity for him because he had a good 30-minute spell in this game to make an impact. But it was really disappointing to see him not really touch the ball until about 10 minutes of being on the pitch. So I think Chamberlain, if he wants to secure a place in this Arsenal starting 11, he's got to be making himself more known in the game. He does tend to drift off at times, so he's not really taking opportunities when they come to him. With the Euros on the horizon as well, I think he's really got to be nailing down a place in this Arsenal team. and really putting in consistent performances. He did make one good bursting run in the game, but apart from that, I can't really think of anything else positive that he did. Maybe that's due to us not having the ball as much, because we did let Aston Villa lay off a little bit. But I mean, nonetheless, it was great to see us get the win in this game. I just think Chamberlain needs to put in a little bit more going forward. But a 2-0 win, Petr Cech to equal the all-time Premier League clean sheet record. A really good day for the Arsenal, and heading into that game against City, which is just over a week away, plenty of time to prepare for that. But it's nice to end this week qualifying for the last 16 of the Champions League and being on top of the Premier League, as short as that spell may be. Leave your thoughts on this game in the comments box below. Please do subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV if you're new to the channel. Like the video if you have enjoyed it, and as always, I'll be speaking to you soon.